What is the play? Williams to Pritchard. Gotta look. Doesn't go. Rebound Achua. And that will do it. The Raptors come away with the W in Montreal. 137 to 134. The Raptors. They love overtime with the Boston Celtics. The Montreal crowd, they paid way too much money to go see a preseason game, but at the very least, they got a wonderful win. What a game. What a performance by a couple of the individuals on this Toronto Raptors team. Big bounce back game for some of the starters. Big bounce back game in general that's going to give us a lot of confidence going into that first game of the season against the Cleveland Cavaliers. We're going to break it all down for you in today's post-game show. You know the vibes. All right, let's get into our post-game show now. The Raptors come away with the 137 to 134 victory against the Boston Celtics. I always love beating the Celtics. I know it's preseason, but I always love beating the Celtics. The Celtics led by double digits. It was at least 10. I think it may have been a little bit more at one point. But the Raptors finally get some big performances from the starting unit, from some of the starting unit, and get the win here. In this game in particular, we did not have a whole host of players. Out injured were Malachi Flynn, Otto Porter, and Chris Boucher again. Gary Trent actually out for this one. He is day-to-day, and unfortunately, no Siakam tonight, but he's only out rest. He's the only one out for rest. He's going to be ready for the opening game of the season, which allowed some other players to maybe get more touches than they were used to. And my goodness, did they profit from those touches. We had absolutely outstanding, sensational, phenomenal performances from OG Anunoby. And we finally got the huge bounce back game from Scottie Barnes. Scottie Barnes in this one drops 25 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists on, I believe it was 10 for 20 shooting. My usual box score ESPN is not working, so I'm on TSN. OG Anunoby, the star of the show, 32 points and 6 rebounds on 13 for 21 shooting. In the last 2 games, the Raptors, he had 0 3-pointers on a bunch of attempts. Today, he was dialed in from 3, made it work. Christian Koloko, shout out, was 6 for 6 with 12 points. Banton as well, great game off of the bench, and some other interesting performances by the Raptors. Now, I do not have the full stats and box score because the score wasn't working. The same with ESPN. But from what I saw from the game, earlier on in the game in particular, we definitely saw the Raptors struggle a little bit out the gates. The Celtics got out to a hot start, but we kept with them, kept a little bit of the pace. Where it really changed for the Raptors was late in the second quarter. So about 5:30 to go in the second quarter, Celtics were up 57-47. And I was like, wow, the Celtics already have this many points, and there's still this much time left in the quarter. Then we really locked in on defense at that point. And I know they had 134 in the game, but we dialed in on defense, made a little bit of a comeback, made it a 1-point game at halftime, and we just kept it rolling. The stars were good. OG was really good early. He had 19 first-quarter points. Barnes really picked it up as the game went on, as we went to the depth later on in the game. As you do in preseason, those guys kept it going as well. Defense struggled early on against a Boston Celtics team who does move the ball so well. There's a reason they were the 2 seed last year and got to the NBA Finals, or the 3. They were the 2 seed. There's a reason they move the ball really well, and they match up well against us because they know how to exploit our deficiencies on defense. They pick apart our defense and get it to the weak side corners for some open threes. And Derek White was killing us early on. Same with a little bit of Jaylen Brown, but the Raptors, like I said, they ended up dialing in much better on defense. That helped us out a lot. Offense was excellent as well. We finally got the offensive game that we've been looking for. And these are some great vibes, and these are some great things that we're going to be able to bring into preseason. We did not shoot as efficiently as the Celtics throughout this game, but the Raptors, they pride themselves on dominating the possession battle. That is what they did today. They were crashing the glass hard. They were rebounding the ball extremely well. Not as much care with the ball as I would have liked. Maybe a little bit too many turnovers here and there, but they were getting those extra possessions on the rebounds, which was excellent to see from this team. We really needed that bounce back performance of Scottie Barnes, who has been very, very underwhelming in the first 4 preseason games. Exploded in this one. For some reason, he just seems to play well against the Celtics. Didn't earlier on in preseason, but for some reason, he does seem to play pretty well against the Boston Celtics for whatever reason. We love that for him. That is great to see. Let's hope it continues into the first game of the season against the Cleveland Cavaliers, the Raptors. High hopes for them this season. I'm feeling like there's a team that can win 49 games plus, could even get up to 50 wins. And it's a loaded Eastern Conference. I mean, 49 wins to 47 wins could be the difference between like a 4 seed and a play-in seed. I think it's going to be extremely tight in the Eastern Conference this season. One of those teams that's going to be fighting for that spot coming into the season is going to be the Cleveland Cavaliers. There are some huge ramifications on this first preseason game. I mean, the narrative around Scottie Barnes versus Evan Mobley is going to be huge in this game. You've also got a lot of eyes in this game. It's Donovan Mitchell's first game in Cleveland. I mean, it is the Mobley-Barnes sort of game. And there's a lot of people with a lot of expectations for both these teams. One game doesn't define your season, of course. Raptors last season got blown out by the Wizards at home in the opening night of last season and fixed it up, of course. But real big opportunity to make a big statement against the Cleveland Cavaliers. So I really hope that we can go do that. We have a lot of great content planned for you over the course of this season. I'm really happy we're going to go into that first game on such a high note in preseason. I get it's just a preseason game, but I'm more focused on individual performances, which were there today from a lot of the guys in this team, which is great to see. It's nice to also win along with it, and it's even nicer to beat the goddamn Boston Celtics. Winning, I mean, it's just preseason. I would rather win than lose, though. I would rather have the better performance, which I also think that we did to go along with it. Lots to like about this performance. Let's get that rolling into the regular season. Lots of great content. 3 or 4 videos a week on my main channel, Amateur Sports. Subscribe there. We also do a watch party where this is recorded live after the Raptors game, and we take the highlight and upload it to the Amateur Clips channel, which you could be watching on YouTube. I have a second channel, Amateur TV, where I do additional Raptors content and a different sort of vibe. Amateur Clips, our Twitch and YouTube now stream highlights channel, the best highlights and post-game shows from our streams. And we're adding in more content. A 4th channel, no name yet, but I will be adding in, as part of the Hammer Betting Network, a Raptors game day betting show. Talk about Raptors bets as well as NBA bets around the league. And maybe the biggest thing, every Monday for the entire season, I will be doing a 30-minute podcast in collaboration with Josh Goodwin of Raptors Digest. Keep a lookout for that content coming your way in this regular season. I'll be posting stuff on my Twitter, posting stuff in the Amateur Discord, and I will also be posting stuff in the YouTube community tab on my main channel, Amateur Hour Sports. Keep it locked with Amateur Sports. Like it if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you enjoyed it even more to see more content just like this. And let's go Raptors.